Yeah, Piff Radio. I don't even know what that is, do you? Probably came off your face, man. You good? Okay. Yeah. You riding with me?
Yeah, I got some
Water?
Do y'all?
I don't know. It's a machine out there. I don't know what's in it.
It's all good.
They just put that in there.
It's okay.
We gonna play Fortnite when you get to the house. If it ain't too late. If it ain't too late. Yeah, Piff Radio. We live. Vega. Nerd Boy. He's still around.
What's this, round 3?
Yeah, round 3, man.
Round 3 now we have
Jojo.
a 102 predicate.
Yeah.
Building. Shout out to 102 Jazz.
Shouts out to him.
Yeah.
Show love. Show us some love.
Yeah.
We got Jojo the Juice.
Jojo got the juice.
Oh, got the juice?
Got the juice. So where that name come from?
Well, I've always been known as Jojo, all through my life, all through school, high school, college.
What's your real name?
My real name is Jowanda.
Jolanda.
Yeah, so that's my real name, and Jojo came from friends and family and stuff like that, more so friends, and I just went with it. And as I went through college, things transpired. As I went through high school and college, things transpired in my life, that I considered boss things. So
What college you went to?
I went to A&T.
Yeah. Aggie Pride.
That way, you already know.
Heavy in the
You
building
already know.
tonight.
Okay.
For real.
Okay, how was that like?
It was love. I got accepted. I actually was a candidate for the NAACP National Youth Competition in high school for poetry and original essay.
That's big.
So I went to Los
That's
Angeles.
big. Because you know what? Well, not to cut you off, but I know when you were in high school and they tell kids about that contest and stuff like that, we ignore it.
But it's real though, cause
We absolutely do.
And
And it's a pride thing, and that's something that I do. Shouts out to the youth, you feel me? Like, make sure that you follow your dreams and ambition. Intelligence is key. Like, being able to be intellectual and articulate yourselves, that's very significant. And people might think you a nerd and stuff like that. You feel me? Shouts out to Nerd Boy in the building. People may think that you're nerdy and stuff, but really that can be your golden ticket, because it was mine. And I had my son when I was 14.
So you was a nerd?
I was a nerd, but I was
Shout
a cool
out to the
nerd.
nerds.
I was a cool nerd.
What's a cool nerd?
Cause just being who you are, and just
And still having the juice.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, being who you are, and everybody just like, every time you stutter, every time you make a mistake, somebody calling you out, but do you just own that? You know what I mean? And every time somebody putting you down for who you are and how you represent yourself, you own that. And that's basically being a nerd, being weird, and that's what I represent when I say gangster geek and nerd boy, and I'm representing that. Like that's why you fuck with me right now, right? Like, real talk, that's why Vega fuck with me, because of who I am. That's why Pitt fuck with me, because who I am, not because I'm extra.
Let's let Jojo give her that.
Shout out, my bad, Jojo. I apologize. She got
no
the
need
juice.
to apologize.
You know what I mean?
I respect it. But I mean, I'm actually talking about being intelligent and actually being smart, like no shade, no nothing like that.
Look, I'm smart too now.
I'm saying being able to have the ratchet side and being able to have the turn up side.
Smart.
But I mean,
Man, you're not gonna slide that by like. Not actually being smart.
No.
My man is intelligent, yo.
Look, I'm ratchet smart.
Nerd boy is
But
intelligent,
I know
yo.
he
Like, you
is,
have
and
no
I'm saying,
clue.
No. Take my hand.
Oh, no doubt.
Take the hand.
I felt some type of
It's love. I'm coming from a
It's all love,
perspective where he's expressing himself,
Exactly.
being funny right
Yeah.
now. Like, and I just wanted to clarify that I'm actually talking
Being
about
serious.
something serious right
Yeah.
now. And there was no shade, like
Respect,
no shade.
respect.
So most definitely. But I'm just saying, like, if people think that you
Jojo got the juice.
She whipped my car. We ain't going on
JJ
Pitt. We ain't going on
the
This is 336 the Pitt.
so lit.
We-
Why I
hey,
say so
we
lit?
ain't
Have to do different things. Have a different. Is that me?
No, that's me. I just walk like all over.
I'm like, bro.
I apologize, people. Jojo got the juice.
Okay, don't let
Go ahead,
that
keep
bother me.
going.
No, but yeah,
I
it came from
apologize.
different things. Basically, always being having a hustle, always having a hustle. Even though I had, different circumstances, as in having a child so young, I still stayed on top of everything. I still kind of stayed on the scene as far as partying and being out here and knowing different people and networking. And throughout college, I was involved in different things on campus. Shouts out to all the HBCUs. So it was just a difference of things. And it was like, dang, she had a baby early. You would think that I just wasn't a statistic. And that amounted to me having the juice.
Yeah.
So,
It didn't slow you down.
kinda.
It didn't slow you
Came
down.
with it.
Yeah.
How
So,
old is your daughter now?
son, he's 11.
Oh, I
He's
apologize.
11. I'm 25. He is 11 years old. He is an amazing
Yeah,
kid.
you're 25 with almost a preteen at home.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm 25. I'll be 26 in June. Yeah, that's far away.
That's a lot of Fortnite going on in your crib
Yeah.
right now.
A
I
lot
know.
of cereal.
Yeah, a lot of cereal and Fortnite.
Cereal
And Fortnite, right?
Sandwiches, that's my
all kinds of stuff. He has a very big. He's
How was
so.
it being a mom at such a young age? Like what's some of the struggles and things you had to face?
It was hard because, like I said, I was always in school and I always worked like more than one job, so it was overwhelming at times. But I always had my academics in perspective. So when I graduated in the top half of my class. The news came and did an article on me because
The newspaper did an article on you?
Fox 8 News actually came and did an article at the Academy of Smith because I graduated with a 3.8 GPA and I graduated in the top half of my class. And I was a single
Jojo
mom.
got the juice.
That's big.
I had
So
an
you had a
incident where I
3.8.
had yeah, in high school. I had brought my son to school one time because I didn't have childcare and his daycare. It was something going on. He had to come to school with me. So it was like the newspaper had that, and then I won those competitions as far as being in California with the NAACP. So it was a lot of notoriety, and then I got offered the scholarship for A&T. So
Yo, Pitt, that's kind of huge though.
Yeah, that's
Think
big.
about it. So they take her to California to work with the NAACP. This was before college?
this is in college
In
because
college.
we had a competition and I competed
Oh,
in
why
with
you
my
had
son
the
at the
child?
local
You got your
level
son,
with
too.
my son. See, this lady came,
Shout out to all
Jan
the independent
Johnson.
moms out there.
Absolutely, shouts out. She came and she inspired me to get into this competition, and I'm like, well, all right. She read a poem. She was like, girl, like, you can win this. You can be in this competition. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, that's too much. I ain't trying to have a whole bunch of attention on me. I got
She got a
son,
beautiful
like,
smile. She right here smiling. Like she
Stop,
proud
cut it
of all
out.
that.
And I actually got into the competition and won first place at the local level. And a lot of kids didn't compete in Greensboro because I guess I don't
They
know
never
what
do.
it was. They didn't compete, but when I got to California, it was nationals. So it was every kid in the state of the United States of America
That's
there.
dope.
So that
Bunch
was
of
very
little kids that don't even belong in America. A bunch of foreigners.
yeah, ages 11 to 17.
You know, to be Indians.
That's why we gotta
Chinese,
start putting in more for our communities.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
put it
sir.
out there, 'cause we got a
Absolutely.
lot of talent out there in these
Absolutely.
communities.
Yeah.
So we gotta
Definitely.
put all that energy
That's what-
right there in
that's
our
what,
communities.
Piff radio's for.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out Piff.
That's
Right,
what
shout
Piff
out
radio.
Piff Radio, Jojo got the juice.
Shouts
You know
out.
what I mean?
So what made you get into radio?
So in radio, I went to college. I started off in sociology, and it was a very emotional sociology and social work. So I thought that I wanted to be a social worker and help people, and it was very emotional. I used to be in class crying, and it was just too much. So I was like, okay, this is not for me. Let me change my major.
That's because you was
my
mixing
major.
it.
Yeah, changed it to journalism and mass communication, and I immediately got into everything. I ended up doing like a news class. I had to like shoot videos. I learned how to work the TV camera. Eventually, my senior year of college, we had tryouts for this radio show called WNAA. Well, it was on WNAA 90.1. It was called A&T Today. It was a news show, and we had tryouts for it. So it was like 64 of us that tried out. I was the second person to try out. I had my son at tryouts.
Y'all had like a real news thing set up inside there for y'all to act in front of.
We have an actual radio station.
I've seen all that.
64.
And we have an actual newsroom.
Cash room, yeah.
Yeah, like an actual
y'all got
green
the
room.
cameras, y'all got the green screen.
Yeah.
I've been at.
What place was you again?
A&T, and the Journal Crosby.
So you said it was 64 y'all, like what?
64 of us in a classroom waiting to all try out for the radio show. I went number 2. I was the second person to go because I had my son and I was in a rush. But the thing was, I had already been interning at 102 Champs with Wally Coyote.
So you was number 2 and they still.
Shout out Wally.
After 62 other people came after you,
yes,
they still
after 62 other people
Matter of
came
fact,
after
me and Coyote is really, really good friends.
Shout out Wally Coyote.
Shouts out, most definitely. Shouts out to Others Records. That's most definitely my mentor. That's why I'm here
Vega
today.
Enforcer.
Most definitely.
Garcia, Vega, look him up.
I interned with him for 3 years actually. So in the process of interning with him, he taught me how to evoke emotion as far as my voice. He taught me how to, make commercials. He taught me how to do certain things with radio and my voice. Just being around it, overall, being around him 2-3 days a week, interning with him, I learned how to be on radio. So when I tried out, they emailed me back the next day, like, out of 64 people.
Did he get you to work the door at Lucky Sevens?
You said what?
Work the door at Lucky Sevens?
No, I did not work the door at Lucky Sevens. Shout out to Lucky Sevens.
Why did you do that? You worked the door at Lucky Sevens.
I broke the door at Lucky Sevens.
Oh, no, not broke it.
See, that's why I ask the questions like that. Because I already know his response. Like Vega, no matter where I come at him, he gonna come with it.
Yeah.
Yo, he broke the door.
He broke it.
At Lucky Sevens. Never worked.
I definitely been there, promoted a few parties, definitely back in the day, had a lot going on, definitely bought a lot of baddies out back in the day.
A lot of what?
A lot of baddies.
Oh, baddies.
Yeah, that's how we came. That's how we came across each other the first time.
How?
She came to one of my parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's how y'all met?
Yeah.
That's how you met.
Well, we ain't meet at the party because she dipped off.
I mean, but like I said, I used to be on the scene. I mean, I still do, but not as much.
Yeah, I don't be on the scene at all.
But being in my position, I like to host parties as well. So, I'm not just the on-air radio personality. I'm also a host. I'm trying to get into hosting weddings, fashion. I've hosted fashion shows. I'm trying to get into.
Oh, yeah, I might be looking for a wedding host.
Well, I'm here for it.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Most
I don't
definitely.
know.
Shouts out.
Congratulations.
I support everything black men do.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what the term is on the internet.
I appreciate that.
Black.
What's the
That
term?
way.
Black men don't cheat, man.
Black men do.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Piff radio.
Ain't no explanation behind it. I'm just saying that's what they say on the internet.
I don't know where you seen that. I ain't never seen that post.
Hey,
J Pitt.
it be there. Just look.
Garcia Vega.
Nerd boy.
Nerd boy.
Hey.
Jojo got the juice.
I got the juice up in this thing.
So what's
the
best experience you had working at 102?
The best experience I've had is being able to be out in the community and actually interact with people, real people, with real situations that really listen to me, and that really be in tune, and they really hit me up
right now, and we in tune with you right now at 33.6 the underground. We all on tune with you, bro.
That way.
Go ahead. Listen.
That way.
What? I'm just being real.
Do you be,
being able to interact
in
with people,
tune.
like being able to interact with people and evoke the emotion that we evoke in the community, like making a difference, that really is what I stand for. Like I've always been a social person. I've always been into different things. Like I've been involved in marches and all kinds of different things.
Jojo got the juice.
Social rights
What
issues.
kind of marches?
Women's rights marches. I've also did like volunteer work for Work in America. So
Shout out
I've
all
been on
the
TV
women out
multiple
there,
times.
especially black
As far
women.
as being into marches, we tried to fight to expand certain rights that we were not entitled to have, or should I say we were fighting to be entitled to, such as like abortions, low income families, low income
All black
housing,
men love
things like
women.
that.
All black women, like black men, we love y'all. So whatever y'all think, however y'all being treated, black men, we love.
Now, hold on,
black
Jojo, you saying
men
some real
love
shit
women.
because that is what people that work for like Work in America and stuff like that, y'all touch social views and things that nobody knows
Absolutely,
about.
absolutely. You can actually Google me, Jolanda, where I've actually done marches where I've been fighting for women's rights. I used to have a job. I used to work on campus at McAllister's on A&T's campus. Used to be a waitress there when I was in college and stuff. And we had issues where my son, they had cut his insurance because I started working there, and it was like, well, you're making too much. But I was in school, and like I had a son, like I had another job, and like it wasn't enough. They should not have done it. But I ended up writing a letter to the governor, and it got published in the News and Record.
The governor of North Carolina.
Yes, I wrote a letter. They had like a whole bunch of people would write letters to the governor of North Carolina, and like he would choose certain ones that he would read, like they would publish
Jojo got
certain
the
ones.
juice.
Right, so you wrote a letter to Roy Cooper?
No, Governor McCrory. at the time.
McCrory?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this is about it. So when this happened, the letter got published in the newspaper. So I ended up doing speeches, like different speeches, like women's Medicaid expansion rights, because it was my son's Medicaid that had got cut off, like because I made like $14, very personal.
Yeah, that's personal.
And I don't mind sharing it
Jojo
because, like
got
I
the
said,
juice.
it was a struggle raising him, and I mean, it was certain things that I had to utilize in order to make sure that he was
Pitt,
good.
would you been able to do that if you was in that position? You going through this situation? Would you have wrote a letter to the governor?
I can't say I would have.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But that's not a knock. That's not a knock on. That's not a knock on you doing it.
Yeah,
No,
and
I
the
just
fact
probably-
that I
yeah,
did it,
yeah,
and
that's
then
crazy.
they published it, and then people wanted to talk to me and interview
that's
me,
great.
and it became like, but because if it is very personal. You know what I'm saying? And some of our people, like, they won't take that initiative to do that because it's a pride thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I
We
got
gotta
published,
support
I'm
more
like, they
black
want to talk to
people.
me. I don't know if I'm trying to get on TV and like
It's not
tell them
about
this,
being
but
on
then
TV.
it
Like,
was
you really
about
going
just
through what
telling
you
them,
going
being
through.
like really having to tell the world. I'm like, I wrote a letter to
Right.
him, but now I gotta talk about it in front of everybody. Like,
Oh, so they wanted her to, after they acknowledged the letter, they
Express
wanted to
herself.
expose
Yeah.
it and stuff like
Right.
that to the public?
yeah, explain, like actually
Express
do
yourself,
interviews
like, why
that
you
was
did
on
it and
TV
what-
multiple times that had different things out on different speeches.
Did they pay you?
No, because it was
It's
all
not even
volunteer.
about payment though.
It was volunteer work, right?
And they always
So-
make money
So
off
that
of
organization
publicity.
they're partisan.
Right. So no, I didn't get paid, but I got a lot of different opportunities and a lot of
I
different.
bet you did.
Jojo got the
movements,
juice.
A lot of different things occurred.
Because they can open up doors. People that be known, they
Absolutely,
can do that.
absolutely. But at the same time, trying to brand myself and trying to figure out, what I was gonna do as far as radio, because I was in college as all of this was happening. So at the time, I'm in college, I'm interning with 102 Jams, I'm volunteering with Work in America, I'm a single mom, and I'm still trying to keep up, right? I'm still trying to be on the way, I'm trying to be on the scene, trying to make sure I'm networking and being where I need to be at the times that I need to be at those places. It was a lot, but I made sure that I stayed on top of everything.
Shit drive me crazy.
Yeah, it did, and it did,
But
because
you still
How's your
here.
family life?
well, my mom and me are very close. My mom was a single mom.
That's good, man.
So
Keep
yeah.
that going strong.
That's good.
Yeah. No, what I learned, look, You don't want no woman that don't got no good relationship with her mom. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but you don't want to have to be a single mom. It's not
I mean,
like,
of course that. My sisters, she was a single mom. You know what I mean? But she still raised a daughter.
Absolutely. Like, of course, I support all of things. I'm a single mom. Like, my mom was a single mom, but growing up, my mom was a drug addict. So my grandmom's raised me.
What kind of drugs your mom do?
She did. God damn, my baby.
The enforcer. I told you.
It's okay. She
So
was.
because as a child, you in a home with a
crackhead.
mom that was a crackhead, right?
Yeah.
You're going through a lot of fucking mental shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
for
I got a lot of people.
I'm sorry, we got the
homeless
baby in
and
here, but for her to break through all those barriers, even
she's
at
still
first,
here. You know
and
what I mean?
not just still being here. I'm talking about to be here.
Don't let that be
in
your
that
weight.
successful tone.
Right.
Nobody's writing a fucking letter to governors. Nobody's doing no
People are, but some of the letters ain't getting noticed.
Who?
You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's who? They ain't got notice. Her notice, she got notice. Exactly what you saying. Who? Notice. We right here got somebody. Jojo got the juice. You know what I'm saying? Then you notice. She writing that to the government. Because there's people out there that do it and don't get noticed.
He said, there
I'm
you
just
go.
being real. You know what I mean? Like.
That's fast. That's fast though.
I'm always lit, yo. It's always me. I'm gonna be authentic.
So what you doing all this?
Shout out to Garcia Vega, the enforcer, J Pitt, Piff Radio 33.6, the underground. We in here.
So what you doing all this? How you got time to do modeling or not modeling, but
Jojo got the juice.
you know.
Okay, so
but
the modeling thing.
she got.
I'm not a model.
Oh.
I'm not a model. I've taken photos. I've done photos. I've worked with different photographers, but overall, my main photographer is Dr. Lil Toon. Shouts out to Toon.
Oh, your tune's cool.
That way. Shouts out to him.
What about Bello?
I mean, I'm not a model,
Toon,
so it's like
Toon, he the 102.
he the 102 jams. Yeah, he's the 102 jams photographer, but. Outside of that, I've worked with him the most. I've worked with different photographers, but I've kind of like stuck with him and kind of one I have. But it's not. The thing is, I'm also trying to be an entrepreneur. Like, I'm also a teacher. I'm a teacher during the week. I teach pre-K during the week.
Shout out to the teachers.
Shout out to the pre-K teachers.
Teachers need to be paid more. They would teach better.
I bet it's up.
They already teach good.
Look, I know it's up.
Great, but they don't get paid what they deserve.
I know it's up to get paid once a month.
They get paid once a month?
Yeah,
So,
my wife a pre-K teacher too.
Like,
I didn't know teachers get paid once a month.
But the teachers, they are so underrated. You know what I mean? They out here teaching our youth, especially our black youth. And we want our teachers to be comfortable. So we need to pay them what they need to be paid and what they want to be paid. So they need to get paid. So our kids can be taught.
And overall, I'm